All right, all right. Hey guys, how are you tonight? All right, so it's just a couple of minutes before midnight. This is a today's topic reading that is intended for September the 12th. Now, I actually didn't expect that I would be home in time to do this tonight, and so I already recorded a different one that I've uploaded that'll come out in like 2 minutes from now. And that is a reading that was done by my dog, Aries, because he chewed up a couple cards. But because I did make it home in time tonight, I thought, let me go ahead and I'm going to jump on and go live because I haven't done this in a while on a late night reading. So I'm with you guys tonight to do. Hi, guys. Nice to have you with me. So basically, we're going to have 2 readings now that'll be available for the 12th. Okay. So forgive the wind-blown, messy hair. I've been out in the sun and the wind and all that stuff and a little bit of everything today. But yeah. Anyway, I just thought it'd be fun to go live with you guys. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of my world. You guys, you make everything brighter. So let's go ahead and see what's our storyline for the 12th. Okay. Stick around at the end. I may do a couple of free reads for some subscribers at the end. Sometimes I do that when I go live. So we'll just kind of see. As long as Aries stays asleep, we're good. By the way, my dog is not a puppy anymore, guys. He's a big dog. He's featured in the other video that'll come out in now 1 minute from now. Okay, so we're starting out with the Queen of Swords, and we've got the 10 of Wands. Interestingly enough, the 10 of Wands out of a different deck is the first card out of the alternate reading that I've already pre-recorded for you guys. So no matter what, we've still got a little bit of a similar storyline for the 12th of September, which is we're dropping burdens, and we're dropping burdens because we've created the right kind of boundaries for ourselves. I really like this. Some of you may be an air sign, or you simply are utilizing that particular quality within yourself. This can be you utilizing cool logic to determine, like, you know what, just because I'm not happy about something doesn't make it any less true. So I'm going to go ahead and do the thing that is right for me. I'm going to go ahead and put up the boundaries that I need to keep myself safe, or to make sure that I am respected. And the other side of that is that you are also letting yourself, I think, almost relax into the idea that, okay, this happened. It happened maybe to me, but I'm more than the circumstances that I have known. Now, that's the first interpretation, right? Let's see how this storyline changes as more cards pop out, because it never stays quite the same, right? And it doesn't stay quite the same. It actually gets better. So we're moving into real success here. We're moving you forward now into a huge amount of success. In fact, what is this success about? It's like, just as you stand up and you take charge of your life and you create the boundaries that you deserve to have, that's when everything else falls into place and things start to feel really good. Okay. Sorry, guys, twin flame reading. So we just got the 2 of Cups now. There is a storyline emerging here that we need to backtrack on, because I need to know, why did we have to put up some boundaries? Where did that energy come from first? So let's start to clarify. Tell me, why did the Queen of Swords have to show up here? Why did she have to remind us to advocate for ourselves? High Priestess in the reverse, some Cancerian energy coming in here. We've got the need to take a look at things, and it's not just take a look at things, it's to listen to what we already know. And in fact, I would actually almost say we have a need to quit looking at things and trying to give accommodations and try to, like, okay, well, I can understand why somebody did such and such. Let me make an excuse for that, or let me be more understanding. It's more like, you know what? Someone has shown me who they are. I recognize it. They've revealed what I've known all along, and I know what to do at this point. Somebody's done questioning what to do. They're done watching, waiting, wondering. Tell me a little bit more about that, because this is either, this may be whomever, this Queen of Swords may not be you. This could be somebody else who's making significant changes in their life. Wow. Significant changes in their life in a place where they had formerly been very trapped and very stuck. They're now breaking free. That you or someone else, you've known that the day was going to come, that we were going to lay down a situation that didn't work for us anymore. Someday we were going to lay it down, and the day has arrived, is what this looks like to me. And it set us free. And it's something that was very, very hard to be set free from. This might have been something that took a lot of time. Like, you know, where it's as if you arrived at a building and you knew that the show was going to start at a certain time, and you just sensed that something was going to go wrong. The performers were not actually going to show, but you waited and you waited in line for the doors to open. And all the while you kept thinking, I know that the performer isn't here. I'm just sure of it. They would have opened the doors already. They would have let us in already. That's the vibe I get. It's like, I've known all along that the main event was actually not going to happen, but I waited until they finally made the announcement, hey, the performer's not showing up, so everybody go home and we'll refund your money. That's what I feel like. Like, this is a refund. Somebody is getting a refund. But it's like, we had to get to the point where we knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that something is done. Wow. And there's the refund of the money. We got the 10 of Pentacles. All of a sudden, we shift our energy and we start to like redistribute our energy toward all the other things in our life that are wonderful. It's like, okay, if this is a relationship situation, which so many of mine are, it's like all that time and all that energy that you used to give to, you know, waiting and thinking about this partnership, like, are they coming? Are we going to reconcile? As soon as you basically go, I'm turning of emotion that I used to still pour into that. As soon as you turn off that faucet, all that energy that you had been shunting toward, you know, wondering and waiting in line to get into that building for that big concert, even though you knew darn well it wasn't happening. In this storyline, there was a knowledge all along that something was already over, or that you were going to be set free from it, but you were just waiting to hear the final message. And as soon as you have that final message, you go, excellent. And there's my boundaries now. Now I can regain, because it's almost like regaining trust that I knew all along. I could have trusted myself all along. The universe told me everything I needed, and I intuitively knew everything I needed. And now it's basically like a huge confirmation process. And now all of that lovely energy is immediately being shunted into something much more happy. You spend time with friends, with family. You're happier spending time with friends and family. You might have gone to family dinners and met up with friends on, you know, a weekend, but you weren't really present because you're still thinking about a past person and is the situation ever going to get worked out? Now you're totally present. Now all of a sudden it's like this flood of abundance that is coming in. This is absolutely amazing. Tell me about the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Apparently, I have to sing it to you because that's just how it came out. So that 10 of Wands, this is what we're letting go of, okay? We're letting go of the sorrow. We're letting go of the idea that we always have to row upstream to try to get to something good. It's like, no, we don't have to do that after all. We don't have a deficit after all. That's what we're letting go of. We're letting go of the thought process that I have to try to still make something work with this particular 9 of Wands, because I'm asking, what are the 10 of Wands? What are the things that we're releasing here? We're releasing the idea that, okay, but I mean, everything's been tarnished, everything's been a mess, but what if it could still come back? We're actually letting go of that. We're also letting go of this whole concept of self-sacrifice and waiting. Because the truth is, with the Lovers in the reverse, so now we have Pisces energy, we have Gemini. We're also letting go of the feeling that someone didn't choose us. It's like it no longer matters. We don't choose that situation. And and maybe this sounds rude, but there's a sense of satisfaction in knowing that I don't have to wonder, and be brokenhearted, like, who is somebody loving tonight that isn't me? And there's no jealousy factor anymore. There's no woundedness anymore. That's one of the other things that we're letting go of. We don't feel abandoned anymore. It's really nice to feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have to worry about that anymore. This is like, I feel like this happens in one big whoosh, just like everything just gets cleaned out. It's really nice. Now, obviously, this is not going to be everybody's reading, right? Some people are not there. Some people are saying, nope, I'm holding on. And I have a, deep belief that this is my romance and I'm holding on to it. And that is totally cool. No worries, right? Not every reading is going to resonate. But this reading, now we move into the person's next chapter, whoever's reading this is. As soon as something is really let go, all of a sudden we're going out on dates. We're meeting the right person. We're having success. We're having an adventure all of a sudden that pops up. And it's like, I don't know. I almost want to go back to that deck, which I never do. I feel like I need to get one or two more cards because I want to get a card that sits in between the Six of Wands and the Two of Cups. I feel like I want to know what the in-between energy is. We're feeling good. We're feeling foxy. We're feeling strong. And what's funny is I think that we're blocking communication. So one of the things that we're getting successful in is we're not wavering back and forth. I feel like this is not just letting go of our past, but being strong and saying, and I'm not wavering. So we know that we've already moved on. We've moved on from hurt. But I feel like the fact that we had to have this communication card go into the reverse with this Eight of Wands, I feel like somebody is almost patting themselves on the back going, one of the other reasons I feel really good and really strong is the truth is I'm not interested. I may not answer my ex's text message, or I'm not going to react anymore, even though I know that they watch my social media, even though I know they watch my channel, even though I know that they're still out there watching. It's not going to change. I really made a decision now. And no wonder that true decision, that's when the universe goes, excellent, then it's time. Here's your person. Here's the one that is like, it's like they've been prepping this person for you for a long time, but you really had to be done. Because, if this is a true twin flame coming in for you, it would have been such a huge, I'm going to say like almost an insult to a connection this divine if you met them at the wrong time when you were still brokenhearted over an ex that didn't deserve that much of your attention. But if we meet the right person at the wrong time and we kind of dishonor them, that can be like, it would be the equivalent of like, somebody brings me this amazing gift and I go, oh, wow, a $2,000, present. And I just flick it off my hand. And it's like, I don't think I'm going to wear that jewelry today. Okay, you just gave me a $2,000 piece of jewelry and I just flicked it off like it was a mosquito. Like, that's not awesome, right? So the universe has been like, let's make sure you're ready for the $2,000 thing, right? Let's make sure that you're ready for this one. Tell me a little bit more. Tell me just a little bit more here with this deck before I move on. Digging this one. So you know what fell out, and I'm going to read it this way because it landed right on top of why are we in silence here? What are we not talking about? What are we not dealing with anymore? That karmic cycle. That Queen of Wands is in the reverse. We're not going down that road of someone else's karmic cycle nor our own. That's what it's like, no more energy given to the karmic cycles. We acknowledge that it was one, but we don't need to keep hashing over it. Okay, I get it. Now I'm going to change decks. Okay, so tell me about the Two of Cups. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Two of Cups, the World card. Are we at all surprised about that? Capricorn energy. This is you walking through a threshold. This is you going right into the next phase of your life where you have all the wisdom. You've gained the understanding. You know that you want a new chapter of your life. This could be someone you notice that the skin tones are different on these two hands. This could be your twin flame could be somebody who's from a different culture than you are. They could be somebody that is from a different location than you are, because a world card can also be about travel. It can be somebody that you meet while you travel. It can be somebody that is like they're everything you ever wanted and nothing you ever expected. That might be the title of this reading that I give to it, because I feel like this is very, I mean, come on, look at how exotic and how gorgeous the location is and how she's dressed and everything about this card. There, it's so rich and there's so many textures and there's so much to look at, so much intricacy. I feel like this person is very, very deep. They have a lot of there's a lot to learn about this person, but they're here to, the door is open and you're welcomed in. So if previously you had dealt with somebody that was very closed off, did not communicate, didn't bring you into their life, oh, this person does. This person wants to invite you in and show you every piece of their world, of who they are. Come on, this is somebody who's already in like bright colors. I feel like this is an easy person for you to spot. The universe plunks somebody right in your way and you go, whoa, who's that? Like, I don't think that this is one where you've got to be knocked on the head by the universe a couple different times. Like, hey, come on, look this way. I think it's like you may meet them as you're walking in or out of a door and they are blocking your pathway. This looks like with a Page of Swords. Okay, so, so you might, especially if you meet somebody when you're traveling or when they're from out of town or you're from out of town, there may have to be some online communication. You may also, in a non-creepy fashion, may learn quite a lot about one another through an online presence. Lots of times if people blog or something, you get a chance to read their thoughts or you get a chance to see them interact. And sometimes it can be a nice way to kind of vet them, unless they're really good at hiding who they really are. Like, if only you saw how messy my house really was. I may be a Virgo, but there's lots of things you guys don't know about the mess. The half of a watermelon that is still half carved in my kitchen right now at midnight. And it's probably still going to be there tomorrow before I take it out and throw it away and clean it up. So sometimes, you guys, we're not who we seem to be. We got the Death card in the reverse and we got the Three of Wands in the upright. I just feel like this person represents a revival of a dream that never died inside of you, but something you had maybe put off to the side for a long time. Maybe because for a long time you had your heart set on one person who was not the right person. And now that you meet this other individual, I feel like in a moment, all these other ideas flood back towards you and you're like, oh my God, I forgot that's the kind of person I wanted to meet. I wanted somebody that was like, they wanted to travel and I want to travel. And my other ex-partner didn't ever want to go anywhere with me. Or like you meet this person and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I loved, such and such. And sure enough, this person, this new individual, this new twin flame that you encounter, they have similar interests that you do. Because this is looking out at the future. And this is realizing, I didn't want to give up that dream that I'd had. The Death card in the reverse says, my dream's not over. I'm not changing everything about my life. You don't have to change everything about your life when you meet somebody that actually matches you that well, because the two of you already maybe share a vision and can co-create. So it's really a very lovely reading. It is not that different from the reading that I've already done this evening. So I always find that really fascinating if the same message comes out twice. So you guys, I'm going to leave this one as a quickie little read. I know that's not it's still 19 minutes, man, that went fast. But since I am live tonight, why don't I go ahead and do a couple of free reads for some of you guys that are live with me right now. Are there a lot of Australians out there tonight? Oh, I'm so happy to have you guys. Hello. All right. So you guys know, hi, Linda. Good to see you, sweetheart. Hi, Joanne. From England, yes. It's nice to see. If I go live at midnight, then yes, obviously, like you guys have a different time zone, so it's hopefully more convenient. That's one of the reasons I do this from time to time. Wow, I really do look like Miss Piggy tonight, don't I? I want to do that. Hi, yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull a couple of you guys and just do one or two cards for you, just because. Please remember, it's just for fun, so roll with it. But no, this is not going to tell you how life is going to go. That is always up to you to create your own destiny. I am not a psychic or a fortune teller. My readings are just for the art of storytelling. So we'll see what messages pop out, but just remember, no one can decide your life but you. So I hope that's always empowering to think of it in that context. All right, my darlings. So let's see. Kim Wood, my dear. Hello from Arkansas. All right, Kim, I'm going to pull a card for you and see what's the message. What's the message for Kim? All right. Kim, you've actually got the Seven of Pentacles, and you've got it in the abundant position. Because, and I say that because the card has kind of like the pros and cons. Had it come out this way, you can see that she's disappointed because something has not worked out. When we see it in this direction, you're actually starting to move toward that long-term success. I mean, at this point, she's actually sitting here already enjoying the fruits of her labor, the abundance. This, to me, this represents kind of like end of summer. Also, 7 is a divine number as well. It is a number of change. So things are perhaps about to change for the better in your life. You may have kind of like an incoming of whatever it is that you've been trying to harvest, you know? So, and maybe that's the best way to say this is think about what is it that you would like to have abundance in, what area of your life, and take a moment to, you know, like let the universe know I am ready to receive the abundance in whatever this is. Pentacles doesn't have to be money. It can be, but it can be anything that makes our life richer. And so really maybe take a minute and write down 7 different things that you'd like to see abundance in, and just so that you really focus on that and welcoming it into your life right now, because this card would signify that it's that time and all you have to do is kind of be ready to receive it. You know, she's sitting at a table. This is not one of the 7 of Pentacles cards where she's out there like working in a garden and toiling. This is where it simply is time to sit and enjoy eating all of this delicious food that you've grown. So she's pretty darn happy here too. So I hope that it's something really positive that you're calling in for yourself. That's very exciting. All right, you guys. Next up, let's see. From Venice, is that where you are? So please forgive me. Is it Nasrima Club or Nakirema? If you're in Venice, wait, are you talking Venice as in Italy or Venice, like Venice Beach, California? Because I guess I just realized, well, there's more than one Venice, huh? I hope that you're in. I've never been to Venice. I want to go so badly. I've missed it every time I've ever been in Italy. Okay. Did you want me to pull a card for you, my love? I'm going to, because I see your lovely comments oftentimes. Usually I just like to know that you guys want me to pull just by saying tribe. That's how I get a chance to know that you want me to, because otherwise I don't like to. So Nasrima, let me know if you would like me to. Okay, hun? You're very welcome. It's American backwards, Venice Beach. All right. Yeah, Nasrima, let me know if you want me to pull one for you, and I will. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and pull for Chloe C, okay? Again, I just do that to be respectful, you guys. It's not because I'm like, tell me tribe or I won't do it. It's not like that. It's because I don't ever want to draw cards for somebody unless they say tribe, because that's how I know you want me to. So Chloe, hang on. It's taking just a minute. All right. Ooh, Chloe, you've got the Chariot, and you've also got, interesting. You've got the Chariot is moving forward. The 3 of Cups is in the reverse. So either we are leaving a situation that we go, this is not fun anymore. This party doesn't have the right kind of music. I don't want to dance with these folks. So we can be leaving behind a third party situation. We can be leaving behind like I say, this is kind of like, maybe the funds run out. This is almost like a hot tub party. That's always what I think of with this one. But the thing is, this can be positive or negative. It depends on what this situation was. It's really nice, any way we slice it, to see the Chariot in the upright, because this is mastering our emotions. This is moving into a positive direction, and it is simplifying our life. We're taking some kind of stress, maybe gossip, maybe anxiety. You saw that there were 3 women here. It can also reference, like, if there has been some catty behavior amongst, sisters or coworkers or anything along those lines, that can be one of the reasons that we have that. I'm going to pull one more card for you, just because I'm not sure if there's a little bit more information. I feel like there might be on that 3 of Cups in the reverse. All I know is that this seems like, because of the mastering emotion, because the Chariot card would trump the 3 of Cups, I would say that this is going to be a positive thing. Oh, and is this a work-related thing after all then? Because we got the 8 of Pentacles in the upright. And this is like, look, I don't care that not everyone approves of this. I'm doing it anyway. I'm not going to get embroiled in little work fluff and, all that drama, trauma stuff that comes up amongst coworkers. I'm just going to put my head down and work, because I'm not here to be competitive. I just want to make a good paycheck. This is like putting our energy only into progressing things forward. No more drama, no more difficulties. And this is a card of a ton of success. It also is finding peace and harmony through our labors. So your life is like getting less complicated, but I feel like it's because you have, cut out is the way I want to say it. You've cut out whatever the stressors were, which is so good to do sometimes, isn't it? Oh, my goodness. I come from a big family, so I'm sorry, I'm chuckling. Oh, a prohibition club, huh? So like a speakeasy, Nasrima? Nasrima, I am pulling a card for you, because I think that the yes was you saying yes, you want a card. Nasrima, you've got the 2 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so this is really nice because you're making a decision and your head's been on a swivel. You're really good at thinking about things and weighing things and measuring things. This is you, though, coming to a conclusion. Whatever this was, it felt like you could have gone east or west, right or left. Let me just get one more card on that. It's good, though, to see that there's a decision being made, but I feel like it's you. Wow, you're choosing the things that's going to make you happiest. There is an element of surprise in this. This 9 of Cups is Persian folklore, or I'll call it folklore. It's not fairy tale exactly, but it's interesting because she falls in love with a man, but the man is pretending to be a woman because she doesn't want to fall in love with a man. And so he dresses up and then she falls in love with him. And then he later reveals that he's a man. So it's like something that is confidently chosen because it makes somebody happy, but it might be, there's an element of surprise in this. It's almost like, wow, I didn't even realize that this is truly what my heart wants. My heart has made the answer for me, and this is what I want. And this could be a decision that has nothing to do with romance, but this could be something as simple as, you know what? I did really want to order the whatever chicken marsala tonight. This tastes amazing. It could be something small, but it looks like it's something that, because you're looking at your surroundings, it seems like it's something that factors into making something in your life that is external happy. Even though this 9 of Cups is about emotional fulfillment, the context of the 2 of Wands and him looking from side to side externally, I feel like it's not actually in romance. I feel like that may be something also that you're making choices on, but I feel like this has more to do with something else in your life that you're choosing. You're using like the measuring stick of deciding what you want to do is to ask yourself, what would make me happiest? That's what it looks like. And it's almost a surprise to you that when you boil it down, you go, I know what would make me happiest. I'm almost a little surprised to admit it, but yeah, this is what makes me happy. I don't want to buy a new car. I want to buy a boat, or whatever it is. So kind of interesting. All right, let's see. I'm going to scroll through again. I always pull from the bottom of the list, you guys. Oh, very nice. Sugitha. And Sugitha, please forgive me. I know I will butcher your last name. Amparam. All right, so from Malaysia, thank you so much for being here. All right, darling, let's get you one. Ooh. You got 3, my dear. So you've actually got the King of Wands in the upright for starters. Very passionate, very warm, very loving, very powerful. In the upright, we love this king. This king could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, but this is very much somebody who's they can be passionate, and they also have a strength that can sometimes go to the dragon side. You notice the dragons here. So this person might have the ability to be a little intimidating, but it might be intimidating when they need to be. And that does serve us well. What's funny is next to this, we have 2 earth energies. They're both coin, both pentacle, but it's almost like somebody is choosing to go with their heart over money is what this seems like. So with the 2 of coins, in the reverse, this is actually them making a confident decision. And what's weird is this Ace of Pentacles, I should say, because you have the 1 and the 2, which is also kind of interesting, to have them in order like that. I should say that somebody is, saying, no, I don't want this new beginning, but I actually feel like somebody is saying, no, I don't care about what the money aspect is, or whatever that is. Just really looks like this pentacle is representing either actual tangible stuff like money, or even belief system. Like somebody is going to say, no, I don't care about that. What I care about is what my heart says first and foremost. So very heart-centered decision. And it allows somebody, it's funny because it's not that different. Really, it's all different cards, but it's a similar interpretation to the reading I just did. It's like somebody is choosing their heart over anything else. And this could be you saying, I'm not going to be confused about, should I wait for that new beginning? Should I, factor in all these other ideas? No, I want to do what my heart wants. This can be even like choosing to not stay at a particular job, because it's like, it's not about the money. It's about what makes me happy. And so, and the dragons can be protective, and they can be, like I say, sassy too when they need to be, but mostly it's all about like using your warmth to guide you and to actually go after what your heart really wants. So I don't know, it feels like it's not you. It feels like it's somebody else who's making this choice, though, to go after what their heart wants. They're looking right at us. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you. Please do let me know if there's any element of that makes a lick of sense in there. But all you got was earth and fire energy. Okay, I'm going to scroll through again, you guys. And oh, hi, Rebecca. All right, so Rebecca Locklear from Australia. All right, darling, let's go. Let's get this deck. And I'll probably only do 1 or 2 more. I just thought it would be nice to connect one-on-one, especially when so many of you are from way far away. In Kansas, darling, it's got to be late there. Aren't you guys a couple hours ahead of where I am? Sleepless in Toronto. Hi, Diana. All right, Miss Rebecca, you just got 3 cards too. What's with all the King of Wands? So you just got the King of Wands in the upright. Then you got the 10 of Pentacles, but you've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse after that. Somebody is walking to the beat of their own drum, and I am following my own heart. I am going toward what I authentically want. I want to be successful. It's almost like somebody wants to grow old with you. Somebody is like, no, I could see this. He sits on top of this tree trunk that's been cut, and we can see all the rings of this life, and we can see a whole family history. I feel almost like somebody is like imagining their life here. It's somebody who's like 35-ish, and they can picture, look at what we could build. Look at the life we could have together by the time we get to the age where I've got a long white beard. I don't want to be that player. I don't want to fail to invest. This is a card of investment, and this is a card that says I don't want to fail to invest. Very interesting to get so much. You've got 2 fire and 1 earth card. It's just interesting to see that people's hearts, I think, are making decisions for them right now. I feel like maybe it's because it's been a difficult, year and a half, 2 years, and maybe it's making all of us go, you know what? I want quality. That's what I want. I want to be a quality person, and I want to have somebody of quality in my life. I feel like maybe people are making good decisions. We've got a lot of orange in here also. Orange is a communicative color. Oranges and yellows are both really big on communication. If that is unusual for this person, that may be a significant shift, just like this is a card of shifting. Normally, this would be someone who is little dashing, little daring. They take some risks. They are still trying to figure themselves out. So they kind of look for answers in different avenues. This is somebody who says, the only adventure I want to have is the one that I can envision building a life and actually like creating permanency. That's the adventure I now want to have, not adventures that are scattered all over. So I don't know if that makes sense, Rebecca, but it sure, I don't know. I have this sweet image of like, isn't it Captain America who eventually gets to go back in time and have his love story with his love? Isn't that in that Marvel comic movie? I think that's what's in my head anyway. So, and it's like, it's only a minute for them, but he's had 40 years or something to enjoy at the end of that film. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make sense to anybody, but I like comic book movies. So, all right, you guys, let's see here. Nice to have you guys with me so late at night. Maddie S. 2:32. Oh my gosh, you're up late tonight. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you a card, darling, before you zonk out. Okay, so you've got the Chariot, but it came out sideways. Hold on. Chariot sideways says, we're not sure. Are we moving forward? Are we moving towards something? Or are we trying to move away from something? Have I mastered my emotions on this? I feel like we waffle back and forth. Somebody does. And it feels like it's very much about the emotions. Ooh. So is somebody watching you trying to decide what to do? So we've got the 7 of Pentacles. And that wasn't bad. It was just 7 of Pentacles should be a card of like growth and long term, but instead I feel like it's a card of waiting. Somebody is still waiting to come towards something, and they're watching, kind of like, I want to come in and ask you out, or I want to come in and offer my heart, but I want to do it later. I'm just going to watch you right now. I don't know what I can do or when. And I always feel like there's a lot of family obligations, because you can see that there is a whole family involved in this card. And it's almost like there's family that would be very judgy if someone chose to go against what they were expecting the individual to do. So to have this card sideways, it's almost like, can I move forward or not? I'm not sure yet. Later on, I definitely want something here, but other things have to go right. And I always look at this almost like an abacus, like a gigantic abacus. So I feel like it has something to do with, an abacus is used for math, right? To calculate things. And I'm not saying that this person is necessarily calculating, but there is an element of weighing pros and cons, trying to get everything lined up just right, maybe trying to get their money right. But it does have an element here of somebody waiting, watching, wondering, is it going to be the right time? When is it the right time? Have they mastered things? It just, to me, this looks like they got their eye on you. And they'd like something to work out with you, but it's all about timing. I don't know if that'll make sense, my dear. I don't know, Maddie, yes, I don't know if it's, oh my gosh, because it makes sense or because it doesn't, but that's what I've got. All right, so Hermine Cedro from Australia. All right, let's take a look. Let's go with Hermine. Let's go with this deck. All right. Hey, Hawaii. Good to have you. Karlina. All right. So Hermine, you've got the world in the reverse, so Capricorn energy, but the world in the reverse says we have an unfinished situation. We have an incomplete storyline here. We have, we still have some healing to do. And this is also, it's like, take a step back. Now, this can talk about distance. This can talk about a little bit of loneliness also. And I say that just because it's like we've isolated a little bit and we're watching the rest of the world do its thing. But there can be I'm going to say almost like a piece to this, because it gives us a chance to take a nice deep breath and say, okay, let me just get into this silent space and not get over involved in everybody else's life right now, because I want to de-stress. I want to look at things and calmly make the decisions that are going to be right for me, because I can sense that there's still something that I need to sort out. And it has everything to do with, I need first to make sure I'm real healed from something before I try to move forward again. And before I try to act like I can walk away from this. You know, we can't push and race to let go of something if we're just not ready to let go of it yet. So there's no point in forcing something that is like a natural process. It still has to happen. I want to pull one more on that, because she's given us the side eye here. There's this element of, I feel like she's keeping something from me. I want to know what this is. And Maddie, yes, I'm glad that made a little bit of sense, dear. I wish you the best, always. Diana, really? Kate is your alias at Starbucks? That's awesome. Mine is Captain Katanga. See how they spell that one. So, my dear, I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked with the Starbucks comment, but look, I feel like you have somebody really special. And I don't feel like this is the one, though. The one that maybe you're hurting over, or the situation that is unfinished. I feel like you're looking back over this almost like, I'm going to give you one more chance. I'm just about healed from this, but I'm going to give you one more chance. It's like you want somebody to reach out, but the thing is, there's somebody better here for you. There's something better for you. There's a different lover that's waiting in the wings for you as soon as we can get her glance to turn this way, right? She's still looking back here at the kind of this dark outer space area that she's still is kind of in, waiting for something, not realizing that just up ahead, there's something more beautiful for her. I don't know if that'll make sense to you, but that's my interpretation of that, is that there's something that you want to give one last little grain of like, hey, if you came in right now, we could still maybe make this thing work. And the universe is like, no, turn this way. I've got this. I always call that Lover's card like the two like hairy, sexy people, because I just feel like that card has like worlds of curls and hair. And to me, that always represents like virility and, liveliness and good health and everything. And it's like, there's something really lively just up ahead for you. So I don't know if that makes sense, but Jan, hello, darling. Jen, did you want me to pull a card for you? Let me know, hun. I'm half British myself. All right, Karlina, my dear, I'm going to pull one for you right now. All right, Jen, you'll be next. Sorry, I just like to make sure that I know you guys want me to. Otherwise, I feel like I'm overstepping a boundary. That's the only reason I ask. Okay, so Karlina, what's nice here is that we have no more like running away, no lies, no deception at this point. But we still have what seems like someone who struggles to give an apology. I'm going to pull one more, because this could also be putting an end to real immature behavior, because both of these cards represent immaturity. Even an offer of love or an apology, it would still be coming in from like an immature perspective. But this Seven of Swords is very much it's less about lies and deception and more about the immaturity that makes someone be a little deceptive and run off with things that aren't theirs. But that's, both of these came out in the reverse, which is, I actually get a good vibe, because it's like, we don't want the immaturity. And an immature I'm sorry would still even be useless. So it would be better to dump all the immaturity and start with something strong. Wow. We got the devil card. So this has been some bad behavior on somebody's part, perhaps. That devil card can be that, like, somebody is really trying to overcome this attitude, this, what we get chained to sometimes can be like the immaturity, like not wanting to take responsibility and all of that. Wow. Somebody has had, I feel like they're missing the heck out of you. Somebody, all of a sudden, they may realize, I don't want to act like this anymore. And I also realize it's like, it's a, for lack of a better way to say it, it's like a coming to Jesus moment. It's like, wow, I have played my cards all wrong here, haven't I? It's like they see their own negative behavior and they don't like what they see. And all of a sudden, it's like, it's the day when somebody looks in the mirror and they actually see the way they've been behaving and what they've lost because of their behavior. And they may still be a little bit trapped in that cycle, but they actually are aware enough now to know it, which is a huge breakthrough for sure. But it seems like, I don't know that they're going to have another shot with you if this is a relationship. This looks like somebody's just going to be sad without you here, because you get the Magician in the reverse. It's a lack of ability to manifest is what it looks like to me. I feel like this is kind of almost like a cause and effect, like because somebody got really trapped in some not very grown-up behavior, they wound up missing out on a shot with you is what it looks like. And now it's going to be real hard for them to persuade you to come back, even though they're just now recognizing maybe how much they've lost. That's a very precise story. So either that'll have nothing to do with anything or that'll make a little bit of sense. I don't know. But in any case, I've got, it could always be referencing something else entirely different, but that's the vibe that I got, is somebody has a lot of regret and is missing you quite a lot for something. So, all right, Jan, my dear, here we go. Jan, I half pulled this card out and it half jumped. It was weird how that one came out. So hold on, I want to get you. Okay, we've got 3 now. So the one that kind of came out in that weird way that I felt kind of responsible for the way it came out, that's the 6 of Cups in the reverse. So there's been even sometimes some tarnished dreams. This can be with someone that you perceived as a soulmate. This can also have to do with even some distance with children sometimes, like if there's any problem between, even like siblings not getting along, or an issue between yourself and like an adult child. But most frequently, I just look at this as, okay, this is something to do with soulmates. And soulmates don't have to be romantic, but it's interesting because this reading very much has to do with family, because you also got the Tree of Life that came out. That was the 3rd card, though, the one that sits in the middle. Hold on, let me give her a little tube top just so I don't offend anybody. I always give people little tube tops if they don't have tops on. Not because toplessness is anything that I have an issue with, but just because I don't want anybody else uncomfortable. But we've got that Temperance card, and it's in the upright. So it's like, I want things to get back on track, and it can. I feel like there has been a rift somewhere in the family or in a relationship. This can actually all get sorted back out, possibly easier than what one would think. This is like, there's a very interwoven, like a family network, or people that feel like family, even if they aren't. And so no matter what, you're going to hear about such and such through this person over here. And then this person's going to carry the story back to this person and eventually gets back to you. It could be, you notice how they're all interwoven. I feel like you hear about somebody through friends and family, they hear about you, and little by little, it's like people are like moving back into each other's energy flow so that they can come back into union, back into harmony. Now, this could be about a romantic connection. I don't know if it is a romantic connection, then you have a lot of friends and family then that are interwoven into this, and you know each other's other halves or an other like peer group, or it's a strong family connection. But it's nice to see we go from some troubled waters, and this could have been like a big deal, like, oh, we'll never talk again. I say that about my brother probably once a month, I'm not talking to him anymore, and then it's like over in 10 minutes. But it could have been something where there was more drama than real, more bark than bite. Or this could have been something that felt very significant, like I don't know if we can get this back on track, and yet this says actually both people want it back on track, or all parties involved would like it back on track. So it's got a nice resolution here, whatever this is. So very nice. All right, you guys, I'm just going to do one more, and then I will call this a night. Let's see here. All right. Linda Blankenship, my dear. All right, here we go. Oh, Lindsay Thomas. I'm actually going to do Linda and then Lindsay right after. Lindsay, I've seen you on here so many times, and I don't think I've ever had a chance to read for you, dear. And so let me do that tonight, okay? So Linda right now, and then I will do Lindsay right after, and that will be it for tonight, okay? Sorry, guys, anyone that I get a chance to get to, sometimes I do this. It's just a little extra bonus. I already chose somebody earlier this week to get a free reading, but if I go live, sometimes I do this. So please don't think this will be your only opportunity though, okay? All right, so Linda, you've got two cards in the best possible position. So you've got a King of Pentacles upright and you've got a Six of Wands upright. This is really nice. This is restoring fractured communication. This is somebody wanting to stabilize something instead of be stingy. This would be a really positive energy shift here. And it's like, if somebody steps into a King of Pentacles energy in the upright, could be an earth sign, but if they step into this energy in the upright, they say what they mean what they say, they start to create stability, they're consistent in their behavior, trust is being built, and that it makes everybody feel better because this person's getting respected because you're building trust with them, you're feeling better about them, they feel better about themselves, and bit by bit everybody starts to get like almost giddy. This is like, I feel like this giddy excitement. You notice how, yeah, we're dealing with a king, but we then see like it's the energy of like a little kid who's jumping over a fence, this kind of happiness and success. And this comes from the fact that somebody is basically, they're acting right. Okay. They're putting things back together. I feel like this is a restoration. It could be a brand new person that you are meeting. This could also have to do with like good money coming your way. This could just talk about money. If this is a boss, this is like getting a raise. This is feeling really excited about that. But this is whatever this force is in your life, this looks like you have stability coming in. And it's really exciting because this brings about like that, like now I'm able to jump over fences. Now it is like jumping for joy. It is a really sweet way of expressing happiness. But I don't know, I feel like this conversation gets easier and easier, where once upon a time I feel like it was really hard. It was really difficult. Whoever this was made it difficult, but it was like, because they didn't have confidence maybe, and they're building confidence. It's funny how when we do one right thing, it makes somebody else be nice. Have you ever like been braced for a problem and instead somebody turns to you and they're not there to fight at all, and you go, oh wow, I totally thought that person was going to bite my head off, and they didn't. And then it makes you relax, and then they relax further. And pretty soon it's like, this is actually, wow, this worked out really nice. It's like that kind of energy. It's almost a surprise how nice this turns out. So I hope that that's true, because that would be lovely to see that. All right. And Lindsay Thomas, my dear, let's go with this deck for you. I've not used this one yet. All right. And Lindsay's is my last tonight, you guys. Okay. I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody. Nice to see you, though. All right. Lindsay. Ooh. So we've got, it's almost contradiction. So I'm going to pull one more card. We've got the Judgment card in the upright, and then we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So we have a reconciliation, or at minimum, we have the opportunity to, I'm going to say, just heal from something. But usually, this is like the horn of Gabriel is blown and things come back up from, that we're dead and gone. Basically, it's a resurrection. Sorry, my eyeball's itching all of a sudden. It's some kind of a restoration. It's a second chance. It's an opportunity to make things right. And yet we've got that Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Tell me about this, because that seems to be in contradiction. Wow. Four of Cups is in the upright. So in this case, it may very well be that you say, I'm okay with the way things have happened. And just as you say that you're okay with the way things have happened, and that is your idea of reconciliation, is like, I forgive what has happened. It really, I feel like it hits somebody that's it. That is the amount of reconciliation that they get out of you. You forgive them, but that doesn't mean that you say, yes, I'll do this all over again with you. And this person, I think that they kind of have to sit there and realize that I think you're the one that got away for somebody, is what this looks like to me. Lindsay, I don't know if that'll make sense to you. I'm going to get just one more on the Judgment card. But to me, it feels like you're the one that got away. Now this card is a card of missed opportunities, but it's also a card about somebody who idealizes something, because nothing else is what will fulfill them. But the thing is, sometimes that's true. It's not a card of like, somebody who's not correct about that. They're looking at it the right way. It is a missed opportunity for them. But it looks like it's a choice that you had to say, no, thank you. I don't want this new beginning. If that is not something that you've encountered yet, that may be something that is yet coming. Wow. Yeah, it looks like you're forgiving the heartbreak that someone caused you, but you're not interested in going back. And that's when they realize what a missed opportunity this was. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like I forgive the heartbreak. I forgive it because it's what's best for me. And this is sincere forgiveness. And this is our biggest card, meaning it carries the most energy, the most weight, because it's a major arcana. And it was also the first card out. So this is also, you notice even the energy of this card is so different than the others. It's very cooling. It's very soothing. It's very enlightening. It really, truly, I think that you've really healed from something. You may not even know how much you've healed until you face this person one more time, if that's what it is. But, and I say that because we see the eye. It's like, yeah, it's too bad that it wasn't different. But it wasn't different, but I'm okay. I can forgive it. So I don't know what this is that you're forgiving. This may not be like a love story that is current. This could be something else that you're forgiving, some other thing. It seems like it's pretty recent, though. I don't know. But it's interesting because this person will never forget you. That's for sure. And the reason I say that is because that pentacle is so huge. It dominates this card. And the fact that they see you as that Ace of Pentacles, that is like, oh my God, how did I not see this? This is the only thing I should have seen, but I didn't. And now this is what this person sits kind of for, I don't know, maybe the rest of their life, knowing that they blew this. That's too bad for them if that is a story that makes sense. Doesn't have to be, but in any case, I just read however they come out. Don't try to apply things that don't sincerely give you some interesting food for thought. And please remember, everything can change. Energy changes all the time. This is not to tell anybody how their life will go, because it's always up to us as to what we want our life to look like. So I hope that that's always, I don't know, just like more soothing to think about moving forward and choosing what we want. So if you didn't like something that you heard in a reading, just know all you have to do is say, no, thank you, Kate. I'm totally changing that storyline. And I give you all my love. And I hope that you always change it for the better. All right, you guys. I'm okay. God, I'm glad, Lindsay. I'm glad that it did make sense. Jenny, sweetheart, I have been thinking so much about you, especially on the 10th. I send you a lot of support and a lot of healing and a lot of love today. I know we've technically crossed over to the 11th, and I read one of your earlier comments, sweetheart, and I'm sorry for your loss. I send you so much love. Anyway, you guys, thank you everybody for being here, and thank you everybody for being so kind to each other and so nice. It's like, it warms my heart. So take care, everybody, and please get some rest. Take care of yourselves. Be kind, be gentle to you. Sometimes we forget that. All right. Good night. Good night, Diana. Good night, Linda. Oh, Shirley, good to see you, sweetheart. Bye. Sweet dreams, everybody.